What's going on YouTube? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of XRP. And first of all, I want to say, guys, I got my heaters on here. It's about 9 degrees where I live right now, so just bear with me if you hear some background noise. But what I want to do today was look at XRP, and what we're going to do is look at it on the 4-hour time frame, and then we're going to bounce out to the 1-day time frame as well. So we're really going to look at this, and we're going to take a look at the trend, and we're going to see if we need a little bit of a retracement here, a little bit of a breather in the market before we make that next leg up. So if you get something from these guys, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll dig into this. So first of all, looking at XRP on the 4-hour, we're still up above our 20, our 40, our 50, and our 200 moving average on the 4-hour time frame. Trend's looking beautiful. Trend is up. The two trend lines that I'm paying attention to is this teal trend line right here. We want to stay up above this in the longer term, and also this white trend line. That's our long-term uptrend. So those are the two that we really don't want to start breaking down through anytime soon here. What we want to do is find support. First, what we're going to do is look for support off 33 cents. We're going to see if we bounce there, which I don't believe that's enough of a breather or a retracement. The area that I'm looking to is stepping back, looking at this area right here around, we'll call it 31.5 cents. And this was this previous resistance area that we broke up through, and we broke up through it on good volume. So I believe it's significant that we go back to that area, back test that, find support off around that 31.5, 32 cents, and then try to make that next move to the upside to where we potentially could get over top of this 34.5 cents, and then the next target would be up around 35 to 38 cents, and then ultimately around that 50 cents, right up in this range over here where we hit that high over 6 months ago. And guys, what you have to realize is we've been in that downtrend for 6 months. It was a really big downtrend. So when we broke out through that and we had the trend line break and we had this trend change, it's significant. We've also had decent volume being put in right down here when we had our volume climax from the downside and the buyers were stepping in. We had a big swell of volume. We've had a swell of volume here. We've also had another swell of volume here. So what I'm looking at right now is potentially just a slight cool down for XRP before we get that next leg up. The trend's up. I believe it wants to continue, but we also have to pay attention to Bitcoin. Everything's predicated off Bitcoin. If Bitcoin has a dump and back test $10,000, then most likely we're going to go down along with it, and we're going to have to see what happens around that 10,000, because for Bitcoin, we don't want to start dropping back below that again. Once we've already been up above it and the bulls have got us to that point, we need to defend that $10,000. That's what's going to be crucial for us. But as I'm looking at the 4-hour time frame here, it's looking like we may just need a little bit of a cool down. What you can see here is some profit taking. So these long wicks, these are shorter term traders taking profits. And what you had up here was a long leg doji, and then you had confirmation of the next candle, which was a bearish engulfing candle, and then we had almost what looked like a shooting star candle, and then now potentially another bearish engulfing candle. So that's where I'm saying if we don't right here find support off 33 cents and get a bounce from this area, and that's all the cool down we're going to get, I would then start looking down to this area around that 31.5 cents. I think that's going to be a critical area for us. And as I'm looking at the stochastic RSI, aligning it with these candlesticks on the 4-hour, if we click on that and you hit the stochastic, or I'm sorry guys, I apologize, the MACD is what I wanted to show you. So you look at the MACD, you can see we're starting to get that downward cross, and it's also taking place with these bearish candles up at a high RSI level. So there's guys taking profits right now. So what we're going to have to see is just where we cool down to before we get that next bounce, because I believe we're going to get that next bounce. But each time we pumped, you see this cooling down period, we came down even past this 50 moving average, and if we did that again, that put us back around 29.5 cents before we make that next move up. So that's what I'm trying to tell you, is the market just has to breathe. There's nothing to be worried about when we have these cooling off periods. That's what you want. We don't want anything to go straight up and down. If it goes straight up and down, we're going to be in trouble like we were last time when Bitcoin went from $600 up to $20,000, and that last fifth wave blow off from $10,000 up to $20,000 in a month. That's why we just had a bear market for over 2 years. We had to shake that out. It was a complete market cycle bubble pop. And we don't want to have that again. We want to have those healthy stair climbs, higher highs, higher lows. If you ever look at like Microsoft stock, guys, just higher highs and higher lows chugging along consistently. You're going to have those retracements, but it's always buyers are stepping in, and then you're going to look for that next leg up so far. And that's what we want. We want something healthier. We don't just want to have those straight up celery sticks, because that's not healthy for the market. And then you get those nasty blow off tops and sell-offs, and you can end up in a bear market for 1 to 5 years. So we don't want to see that. We want to see this be healthy, but those are the areas that I'm looking for a bounce. So just be careful. Could be a little retracement today, tomorrow, maybe the next day, and then let's look to where we're going to find that next bounce area. So you guys get some from this, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Didn't want to take too much time from you on a Saturday, but God bless you all, guys. You're going out tonight. Be safe. Take care.